Hey guys, Master Thorn here. We're talking about self-confidence again this week. This is week 3, so if you haven't watched yet, go back to watch week 1. Watch week 2. We kind of talk about some power postures, things we can do to kind of help build our self-confidence. I want to give you a couple more things to think about this week. One of the things that's going to build and essentially, kind of put that self-confidence in place is accomplishing something. So if you've never done something before, you have nothing to rely back on and think back positively about. So I need you to kind of stop for a second and need you to think of maybe like 5 great things you've done, right? So just write down 5 great things you've done. I started on my journey to black belt, or I achieved this belt, or I graduated high school, or I got an A on my math test. Think of something, maybe 5 great things. Maybe they're even better than that, but think of 5 great things that you have done that you can reflect back on. So it makes it a little bit easier to think back, okay, I have done great things. I can do these things. I have these abilities. So one, we have to have confidence in ourselves, right? Self-confidence. But you have to have something to base it on. So think back about maybe 5 things that you have done that for your age group or for yourself that you feel are great things. I want you to also think back about some strengths, right? And maybe this might take you a little bit. You might have to ask others around you maybe what some of your strongest strengths are, but you can think, I'm determined, right? When I set myself personally, my mind to something, about accomplishing something, I'm determined. I will get it done. I won't sleep. I'll do whatever I have to do, but I will accomplish it. Okay, so maybe you have determination. Maybe you have, maybe you're super athletic, right? Maybe you're super smart. Maybe you're very outgoing, right? Maybe you're super intelligent. Whatever it might be, I need you to think of maybe what your strengths are. Maybe up to 5. If you have more than that, obviously, I don't think we have a self-confidence issue. But I want you to think about what are your strengths, right? And then how can these play into building up your self-confidence? So we can start to have a better self-image. It's really going to help. Now, what I want to talk about this week is goals. A huge part of martial arts is setting and accomplishing goals. When you first start out here, right, you start as a white belt on your journey to black belt. And the first couple goals are super simple. Accomplish a few things. You can get some stripes on your belt, right? Accomplish a few more. Eventually, you're going to be a gold belt. We want you to see that when you can set small goals, it's much easier to do. Now, the gold black belt is a goal, okay? But it's very, very large, and there's tons and tons of small goals and medium goals inside of that goal. So sometimes we set this really big goal, right? I want to make a ton of money, or I want to be a doctor, right? Well, those are huge goals, and they have lots and lots of small steps. Now, we do have another separate video on setting goals and kind of figuring that out, but what I want to get at is that sometimes we're not going to have the most self-confidence in ourselves if we're not accomplishing the goals that we're setting. If we look back, every time I start something, I fail. We're setting the wrong goals. I want you to think of small goals, right? Something easy that you can accomplish. This way we know that we can at least set up a goal and accomplish it, because part of our self-confidence is going to come through success, okay? So let's start thinking positive. What kind of small goals, and they could be super easy. They could be purposely set just so we can accomplish them, right? I am going to, by the end of the week, get down my chumbi stance, my chariot, whatever it might be. Okay, something I'm going to make my bed tomorrow morning when I wake up. Set some small goals, something that you can do very easy, because once you accomplish this goal, then we can start to see that we can, right? When we start to see that we can do something, then we can start to see that we will do something, okay? And then it makes it a lot easier to set those future goals. So something I want you to think about for this week is, what small goals can I set just to show myself that I can get these things done, okay? I want you to think positively. Don't think of things that are going to put you in a negative mind state. Think of positive things. I'm going to do this, right? I will accomplish this. Not I'm going to try to do this. You got to start to think about how you can start to put a more positive energy into your day. And a lot of these things are going to start to bring up a more self-confident version of you, okay? So one of the things we're going to work on this week, setting some small goals so we can accomplish them, so we can start to see that we can. This way, when we start to look at future tasks, whether it be giving a speech in front of people, or whether it be taking a test, or whatever it might be, I want you to first see that you can. But let's set the goal small. Instead of just jumping right up to the top, let's set a small goal, and let's see if we can get that one first. The process of setting these goals and accomplishing them is going to help you build that self-confidence, build your belief in yourself and getting things done. So this week, small goals, If you haven't, make sure you're watching back on the previous weeks, kind of see what we're talking about so you can build upon that stuff.